This country didn't collapse when its leader was captured. It collapsed years earlier and nobody stopped it. Because what you're about to see isn't a political failure. It's a financial autopsy. And yes, it gets worse. Imagine waking up in a country where money stopped meaning anything. Banks were technically open, but useless. ATMs showed numbers no one trusted. Prices changed faster than people could think. Even economists were panicking, which is rare because they're usually confused, not terrified. This was Venezuela long before 2026. The official story goes like this. Venezuela collapsed because of sanctions, because of oil prices, because of foreign interference. That's the version repeated on headlines, panels, and speeches. But that's only the version they want you to remember, because those explanations don't explain how one of the richest oil nations on Earth ended up unable to print usable money. Because here's the part they never mention. Venezuela didn't run out of money. It destroyed the system that gives money value. Years of price controls crushed production. Nationalization hollowed out industry. Oil revenue was spent, not invested. Warnings were ignored. Data was manipulated. Printing presses worked overtime. This wasn't an accident. It was a slow-motion detonation. And everyone in power pretended the timer wasn't ticking. It's like watching someone remove the brakes from a truck and saying, "Relax, gravity is overrated." But the craziest part is still coming. Here's how it spiraled. Greed turned into denial. Denial turned into inflation. Inflation turned into collapse. Savings evaporated. Salaries became jokes. People were paid in bills worth less than toilet paper. Millions left. Not for opportunity, but for survival. Some experts still argue this wasn't a crisis, but a robbery wearing revolutionary slogans. This is when the system fully froze. The state still existed, but the economy didn't. Markets stopped functioning. Trust vanished. The country went dark financially and literally. If money could scream, this is when it would have lost its voice. But here's the detail everyone ignores. Venezuela didn't just lose its economy, it rewired society. People stopped trusting institutions. They stopped saving. They stopped planning. The dollar replaced the bolivar unofficially. Barter replaced banking. Survival replaced ambition. People think the collapse ended years ago. But the real damage? It's still shaping how an entire generation thinks about money. Right now, by the time Nicolas Maduro was captured in early 2026, the hardest damage was already done. Venezuela wasn't just bankrupt, it was exhausted. When money lies to you long enough, you stop believing in systems altogether. Risk feels dangerous. Entrepreneurship feels pointless. The future feels fictional. An entire country learned one lesson. Nothing lasts. Take what you can. That mindset doesn't disappear with a regime. It lingers. The capture of Maduro by United States forces didn't end a crisis. It exposed something bigger. Venezuela didn't fall because of one man. It fell because financial systems collapse long before political ones do. Governments can survive inflation. They can survive sanctions. They can even survive isolation. But once people lose faith in money, the state is already dead. It just hasn't been buried yet. At Finance Vault Origins, we don't tell stories for outrage. We expose patterns. Because Venezuela isn't an anomaly. It's a warning. Subscribe if you want to understand how economies really fail and how to spot the signs before they reach headlines. And here's the question you should be asking. If a country with the world's largest oil reserves could destroy its economy from the inside, what do you think happens when smaller, weaker systems try the same path? Because in the next episode, we're breaking down how financial collapse spreads and why the next shock won't look anything like Venezuela. And once you see that, you won't feel as safe as you think.